Hi, gem lovers and industry partners. I am David Artini with Artinian Gems, and I'm here with my good friend Aaron Blue. He's the CEO of the Charis Project, and the Charis Project is perhaps our most important partner when it comes to making the world a better place. Aaron, tell us what you do.
We heal, rescue, equip with tools and courage migrant and refugee families on the border between Thailand and Burma, coming out of 70 years of civil war. Yeah. We provide them with the tools and the courage to raise and equip and build their children to be the heroes they were born to be.
So what is the main problem that you're finding? I mean, we talk about child trafficking, we talk about slavery, we talk about exploitation, we talk about
institutionalization, I mean, orphaning, going into orphanages. That 95% of children in orphanages in Southeast Asia are not orphans. They've got a mother and father.
Yeah.
All of these, whether it's the 41% of children who are trafficked that are put there by their family, or it's children in orphanages or abuse, it comes fundamentally from families who've lost hope.
Yeah.
It's families who don't see the assets that they have. They've never been trained. They've never known from their parents, from their culture, how to raise and nurture their children to be the greatest that they can possibly be.
So give us like a couple specifics. What exactly are you doing on a daily basis? How is it affecting the community? And then how is it affecting the world beyond? Because here we are, we're in the U.S., and how does that affect us ultimately?
Well, let me touch really quick on the second part of that. We've got affecting the U.S., we've got human trafficking like crazy here in the U.S.
Right.
And we're all aware of this. We don't know what to do about it. There are so many great organizations doing rescue work, and that's super, super important.
Yeah.
It's catching the drips. When those drips out of that leaky faucet hit the ground, that's human beings. That's real human beings who are falling through. And we need the groups, the organizations catching those drips.
Right.
However, what the Charis Project does, we are working at the source market to try and fix the faucet, to stop the leak in the first place.
Yeah.
Because these children get into this, roll down this river of horror because their families have lost hope. They don't know what they're doing. It's out of desperation that they end up in these situations.
So you're giving hope to the families.
That's right. Hope, not just hope, but the tools to make that hope real.
How do you do that on a practical basis?
Really quickly, we've got three main programs, very practical. First is family rescue. We bring food and counseling and coaching support to families in the deepest crisis right now. It's like, we believe very much, teach a man to fish. We've all heard that. Yeah. Rather than giving him a fish, teach him to fish. However, if he's actively drowning right now, it's not the time to teach him to fish. It's the time to hold his hand and help him into where he can touch the ground so he can breathe. That's family rescue. Families falling apart right now.
Right.
Food, counseling, coaching.
Right.
For the time it takes for them to be able to breathe.
Okay.
And then it's right into, okay, let's learn how to swim.
Right.
Let's learn how to swim. That's family education. Culturally contextualized, research-based education and training in practical family skills, relationship and child rearing, from early childhood development to positive parenting to community health, how to not get sick all the time.
Right.
And this, we get, I gotta say this, we get fathers coming to us with tears pouring down their face saying, I never understood my own childhood, what happened to me when my parents, I know my parents cared about me, but they raised me in such a way that I am broken and hurt and I didn't know what it was. Now I know, now I see, and you can see the healing coming into his life.
That's it.
And says, now I know how to do better with my children.
Yeah.
Now I know how to do better. And so the children coming out of that, they have the strength and the optimism and the emotional and the mental ability to go out and change the world for the better. Not just not be thrown out by their family, but go on to be the leaders of tomorrow that can solve the problems that we're not able to solve yet.
So there's our global problems.
That's
being
it.
solved.
That's
You're
it.
right at the source. You're taking the tragedy, you're turning it in, you're training, retraining, turning it into hope.
That's right.
That's great work. And one of the things I'm impressed with you about, Aaron, is the fact that you're just not throwing money. You're not just foreigners coming in with all the answers throwing money. Your team are all locals.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm the leader over there and over here, but I'm constantly working myself out of a job, because if the solutions aren't local, if they're not the local people building them and executing them and buying in, it's not going to last. It's not going to last. Here's an example. Our third program is family enterprise, because we know that money doesn't solve all of your problems,
right?
But not having any makes all your problems worse.
Yes, it does.
And so most of the families, all of the families that we work with have very big problems with money.
Right.
Everyone's in debt. Like 20% per month with loan sharks. That's what they've got.
Wow.
And we could say, hey, we're going to go in and give them money and solve this problem. We don't do that. We don't put any money into the community. We put training. We put a metal box about this big with some padlocks, and we train the community to run their own banks.
Oh my gosh! So these are micro loans, and then
It's
everybody's involved together.
That's right. The community pool. It's like a savings and loan.
Perfect.
It's a wonderful life.
Perfect. Well, Aaron, this is an amazing work. If you want to know more about this work, go to the charisproject.org. You can look at the program. You can look and see what Aaron and his team do. You can donate there. And speaking of that, Artinian Gems is completely committed to making this world a better place, because we travel the world, we see the world, and our mission is to take the resources that we have and help the world. And the Charis Project is actually one of our favorite groups that we are partnering with. In fact, we are committed at our company to taking at least 10% of our net profit and supporting organizations like the Charis Project. So, Aaron, thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you, David.
We are grateful for you. We're grateful for what you do, the sacrifices that you and your family make. So go to charisproject.org, check it out, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.